to appeal to the FCT residents to assist us either by providing credible information that will defeat crime.
In his maiden briefing after assumption of office or duty, the new Commissioner of Police, FCT, Haruna Garba, pledged the commitment of the command to work and ensure security of lives and property of FCT residents. It is barely after the pledge and the command's formation are already walking that talk. The anti-kidnapping outfit of the command in this regard is raking in the successes through clearance operations around the FCT borders. Is this a viable and sustainable tempo? Sustaining the ongoing clear-out operations and the borders will be our focus on this week's episode of your regular police check program on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. Good morning. This is Call the Police. My name is Aisha Oba Ali. Please stay tuned. The program continues shortly.
I wish to appeal to the FCT residents to assist us either by providing credible information that will defeat crime.
Thanks, and if you're just joining us, this is Call the Police live on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5. First, let's watch this background report as put together by Onotu Yakubu.
When the new Commissioner of Police, FCT, Haruna Garba, resumed duty last week, his first pledge was to reinvigorate the command to be dutiful and intensify service delivery characterized by global best practices. Walking that talk, it is barely a week later, and not less than 70 victims, including a village chief, have been rescued from their abductors' den in the clear-out operations along Kogi and Nasarawa boundaries to the FCT. The most recent is the 58 rescued on Sunday.
Time the police is coming closer to, some of them, they abandon their victims and they take off. But the important thing for the police then is to ensure that the hostages are taken care of, than even the suspect itself. So the operation is still going on, and the fleeing suspect will definitely be arrested and you'll be called.
CP Haruna Garba indicated that his administration is embracing coordinated strategies aided with credible intelligence to crush pockets of crimes and make the nation's capital safe for all law-abiding citizens.
With your cooperation, we are going to succeed. We are going to do our level best. We are going to use all our strategies that is available to ensure that the resident of FCT will sleep with their two eyes closed.
In a reassurance pledge, the command says FCT residents will witness display of professionalism through respect for fundamental human rights and enhanced community partnership for service delivery. In Abuja, Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
Okay, thank you, Onotu, for that beautiful report. My guest today is the Assistant Commissioner of Police, Mode Magawata. He is the Assistant Commissioner of Police Operations, FCT Police Command. Thank you for coming on the program, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, I'm very sure you watched that background report.
Yes, very well.
By Onotu,
yes.
and what has been happening in the last 1 week. So, well, I don't know, how can you react to that? The successes that have been achieved in the last 1 week.
Yes. You see, since the newly posted Commissioner of Police, Haruna Garba, assumed duty, there are a lot of success recorded, and such as rescue kidnap a victim of 58 and They were rescued as a result of collaborations with the other sister agencies. And if you look at, if you are following the press briefing very well, the places, the locations where those kidnapped people were rescued are not within the FCT. Udulu forest camps is located within the Kogi state, and also Saudana forest is located within the Nasarawa vicinity. But because of his courage and his determinations to tackle the issue of insecurity within the FCT, immediately he reported, he reactivates the G7 operations, and he gave them that mandate that those people must be rescued. And they were rescued, and as I'm talking to you, they were already united with their families. Okay.
Now, like you said, immediately we got a new commissioner of police. Most of these operations and successes we recorded were able to be achieved.
Yeah.
But now that takes me to the issue of leadership. So what kind of leadership are we expecting from your formation and all that, looking at what the CP has done just within 1 week?
Yes, CP Haruna is not new in the FCT. I knew him when he was DPO Zuba. He was DPO Zuba. He was DPO Wuse, AC admin, that's AC DFA, AC operation, area commander metro. So he's an officer with a versatile experience, and ever before he was posted at the CPS FCT, he was part of management team, that is the previous management team. So he knew how to operate with the officers. So there is nothing new, and I believe he will continue from where they stop. And I believe everybody will be carried along. And we, the members of the management team, were 100% loyal, and we are going to work with him, and we are ready to assist him to succeed. That's
a good one. Okay, now looking at the victims that were abducted, they were abducted within villages around the boundary areas in the FCT. So does that take us to strengthen, or do you think that should make us strengthen the security apparatus or security operations within the boundary areas of the FCT? Don't you think so?
Yes, you see, that was why I said the G7 operations, immediately he assumed duty, he reactivated the G7 operation. It's simultaneous operations. It's simultaneous operations. As I'm talking to you, the operation is still ongoing. And there is also sting operations. That sting operations, that's one cover within the metropolitan. And they are after the shanties, uncompleted buildings with the corporations of, with the OC task force. FCT. That all those abandoned, uncompleted buildings, they are trying to get record of all those buildings. And also they are working to ensure no shanties remain within the FCT. Okay. If you don't have business, he was already made that one. If you don't have business within the FCT, you go. FCT is not for everybody. It's meant for those who have business within the FCT. He has made it clear, and he means it.
I think the CP there has put a strong warning out there for criminals and miscreants. I think perhaps it's better for them to heed to those warnings. But now, before we continue on the program, our telephone lines will be displayed for our viewers to make their contributions, their suggestions, and even observations, as Assistant Police Commissioner of Police is here in the studio to answer to any of your distress questions and all of that concerning security. So now let's look at FCT. As the nation's capital,
yeah,
is bounded by some states, Kogi, Nasarawa, Niger, and all that. So, and most of these bandits that come here to operate, you see, looking at proximity, they operate in the FCT and they go back to these states. So how are you strengthening or the synergy, interstate security synergy? How has that been going? How has the FCT command been carrying that out?
Yes. That was why we have G7 operations. That's the G7 operations that all the neighboring states. Okay. That is the commissioners of police such as Kompol, Kogi, Nasarawa, Kaduna, and the rest of them. Yeah. They were informed because they were informed, and they are also notify all their security outfit, because we discover by the time we hit and we push them, they will move to the Kogi, that is one of our neighboring states, or Nasarawa. So that was why the G7 now, we are communicating and we are liaising and we are synergizing together to ensure as soon as the operations commence, so all the neighboring states also will be already alert, so that we'll see how to coordinate and ensure we give them sleepless nights. Okay.
I wanted to ask you, the next question was supposed to be on if you are reviving the G7 already. You've already mentioned that.
Yeah.
That immediately the CP came, he reactivated
yes.
the G7.
Yes.
But now let me ask, still in line with the G7.
Yeah.
Is there any different way the operations will be going on now? Maybe there's something different about the G7. There are things they are going to be doing differently to help in achieving their mandate and operations.
Because you see, the G7 operations, like we FCT, we collaborated with the other sister agencies. Like police were the lead agency, police, the military, and that is the military, the Air Force, the naval, and also the civil defense and the rest of the other security agencies. We are working together, and the OC kidnapping. That is the OC, the OC.
When?
The OC kidnapping. That is the Supo Mustafa. He's also working apart from the G7. He has also his own teams that combine of that is the vigilance group, and also the hunters that are just recently, when he assumed duty, that's different, that he has activated, that is the DCP. Also they were given all the logistics, that is to ensure that those kidnappers that we have already pushed out, and also with some of them that were apprehended, that they shall not be given a breathing space again to come back to the FCT. That's only the difference. Okay. Yes. But
okay. Now let me looking at the topography of some of these area councils that are the borders, because this is where mostly some of the kidnappings occur.
Yeah.
Looking at it, some of them are hilly, some of them are rocky areas and all that. Don't you think that has aided the activities of these bandits? And what other way do you think we can really minimize these experiences, these incidences and situations? How can we minimize, looking at the environment?
Okay, yes. Like for instance, I was DPO Kwali, where the last incident of kidnap happened. You see, the problem, most of the areas are not motorable. Like this, where this incident that happened, that incident of a kidnap, that where 29 people were rescued, were kidnapped, 2 escaped. From Kwali to that village is about 29 kilometers. And yes, 29 kilometers. And it's not motorable.
Long distance.
Some part of that village to Kogi State. That is some half of it within the FCT. Not even that. It's not a place whereby, if it is motorable, it's something where in less than 10-15 minutes, the crime fighters can storm and also cordon off and effect arrest and deal with those hoodlums. But one of our major problems, the place, even with the motorcycles, you can't even get to that place. Okay. It's difficult.
Okay, I think we have a call. Let's pick that call before we continue with our discussion. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, this is Call the Police Live on NTA Channel 5. Before we continue with our discussion, let's take the security tips. Okay, thanks for being there. This is Call the Police, live on NTA Channel 5, if you're just joining us, our security check program. So before we went on that short break, you were explaining the kind of environment and topography of such area councils. But before we go ahead, let's get to hear from this caller. Hello?
Hello?
Good morning. This is Call the Police live on NTA Channel 5.
Good morning.
Morning. May we know your name and where you're calling from?
Okay, this is Margaret from Wuse.
Oh, Margaret.
Margaret calling from Wuse.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear your comments or questions.
What we're trying to talk about here is that you know, they actually say police is our friend everywhere we go.
Yes, Margaret. Okay, go ahead.
But the issue here is that, you know, here at Wuse, there's a lot of things here. You know, police actually come here to actually buy drugs from the dry sister drugs here. So just come and nothing to be done about it.
Okay. Is that so? Okay. What do you really want now? You're just reporting the case, right? Okay. I think we lost Margaret. Perhaps she has concluded, or maybe she has not even concluded. But that's, will I say, is an allegation, or is it an observation, or I don't know. Can you respond to that?
Yeah, I think the caller is from the Wuse market.
Yes.
So inside that Wuse market, we have a police station.
Okay.
And that police station is being headed by superintendent of police. He's a senior police officer. So I think she can report her case to him. Yes. And if he failed to take any action, we have control number. We have FCT hotlines, emergency number. I don't think so that if she doesn't have that number, I can give her now. Okay. In case if she reports such incident and he failed to do anything. So she can also call and report to emergency, police emergency line at the command headquarters.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm very sure Margaret is still watching us too. I'm sure she heard your response. So now let's look at the role of community, the role of local communities as regard with intelligence. We have the local vigilante and all that. So generally, aside the operations that we recorded successes recently, but generally, how can you rate their activities and their cooperation with the police?
The vigilance.
Yes, the local
yes.
security.
It's, they are part of us because of we are trying to promote effective community policing. Okay. Yes, it's community policing. We need them, we cooperate, and sometimes we do deployment, attach them with the policemen so that the police will guide them to work together with them. They are very, very important because it's community policing. Yes.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is Call the Police live on NTA Channel 5 Abuja.
Good morning, the officer. I want to commend Nigerian police FCT. They are working.
Okay.
They are doing very well. My name is Barrister Israel.
And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Kubwa, Assam.
Okay, Kubwa.
My office is which is of 5.
Okay.
There's something I want to report to the officer. The junction by command, by Tota, where we are coming from Lucien Market, there's that junction by the command headquarters there. That's actually by Zone 3 command.
Okay, okay.
Not Tota by the other side. I don't know why the officers there don't even control traffic. They will just be one side and be reading newspaper and be talking, and the traffic, people are hitting themselves. They will not even get up. They won't do anything. They will just be zapping and be reading newspaper. I don't know whether their senior officers observe them always. My office is very close to that place. I pass there every day.
Okay. Thank you so very much, Barrister Eze. Thank you. Thank you. You heard what he said. Now, they are asking that police officers there don't control traffic. So I don't know if you can respond to that.
Yes, I will. Noted. What I will do, I will, as soon as we finish this program, I will call the DPO in charge of that area. That place is under DPO Wuse, between DPO Wuse and DPO Garki. Okay. So I will check who is controlling that point so that he will put his DTO, Divisional Traffic Officer, on his toes to ensure free flow of traffic, because that is part of his right. Yes, of course, there must be free flow of traffic within the FCT. And that is what the CP is always hammering, that the DPOs must send their DTOs out to ensure men posted to the traffic point are there, and that they must do the needful. Okay. So this is a very good observation. I'll take it up.
Okay, thank you. Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. This is Call the Police live on NTA Channel 5. May we know your name and where you're calling from, your location?
Yeah, my name is Osage. I'm calling from Lube by Car Wash.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, AC. This thing that you just mentioned just now, that's exactly what I wanted to report now.
Okay.
If you are coming along the airport road, that's supposed to be the gateway to the city, especially at the car wash area. You see all these kabu, they have turned under the bridge to be car park, which is not supposed to be. There is a bus stop, and the people are, they continue to load and carry passengers and blocking one side of the road. And meanwhile, there's a police vehicle opposite. You do it when you are going to the town. You do it when you are coming back from town, going to the airport. So there are a lot of accidents. People, because of the way they drive, people going to the gutter because of those people. Please, kindly send your people to go and clear those people away from the road. I don't know whether the road safety or the CIO, whose duty they are supposed to do, because they are not doing anything. Please, thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm sure CP you've also taken.
Yes.
He's also taken note of that location.
Yes, sure, that is a Lugbe Airport Road. That's outward FCT. Yes, that place is another trouble place, and definitely the DPO Lugbe, I will call him. Okay. I will tell him to do something.
Okay, looking at we know we've achieved a lot, and so what should FCT residents be expecting from the new CP? Within 1 week, we've seen what he has achieved. So, but what should we expect on the final note? And your security advice, as usual, because we like to leave our viewers with those security advice.
Yes, Haruna is a senior police officer with the versatile experience. He has FCT in his hand. And he has said it, that people will sleep with their 2 eyes closed. And he's not saying it, he's not joking. And he's working tirelessly to ensure that. And I knew that he will not relent. That is the assurance I'm giving the CP, I'm giving the resident of FCT, that they will definitely sleep with their 2 eyes closed. And the issue of visibility policing and the securities will increase within the FCT, and they will see it, even though they have started seeing it.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much for coming on the program, Assistant Commissioner of Police Operations, Modi Magawata. It's nice talking to you. This is how this episode of Call the Police we'll conclude. Do remember to always tell the police on timely intelligence information, which will go a long way in ensuring our national security. Until we come your way next week, same time, same station again, I'm yours sincerely, Aisha Oba Ali. Good morning.